Well, good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Sky Blue Fans TV. Yes, I'm Milesy. I'm in the hot seat this evening. Well, here we go then. 5 games to go. Is it starting to feel real for you now? Because I'll tell you something, I'm getting very excited. It's definitely starting to feel real. I mean, come on. It's got to happen now. Coming up on tonight's show, we're looking back at Hull City. And what I remember of it anyway, had a few beers. We take a look at the visits of Sheffield Wednesday this weekend. Also, taking your sky blue tinted glasses off, should Lampard get EFL Manager of the Year? And has the EFL just put Cole Rushworth in there because we are top of the table, or should he get Player of the Season? We also have Spot the Ball, that comes back tonight. And making their debut tonight on the show is Becky Carlos and Alex Robinson. They will be joining us. So let's get the panel in and welcome our first guest on tonight. After an eventful morning, we both got interviewed this morning by the Guardian newspaper. And it was quite interesting. But let's get the young man in now. He's had a haircut. He looks fresh. He's recovered from Monday night. And guess what? We didn't lose. Please welcome Claudio. Good evening, Claudio.
Good evening, Miles.
Good evening.
Hang on cue at the end of the music.
I know, timed that quite well, didn't we? There you are, look at that.
Yeah.
It was
Almost
pretty good, that.
Yeah, it was good this morning,
almost
wasn't it?
professional.
Really good this morning, that was, with the Sam Cunningham from The Guardian. Quite funny. We ran out of time. He had to start the tape again, didn't he? Because we were yakking too much, weren't we?
You were, yes, you were definitely yakking too much. Definitely was. Let's bring in Jack as well. Good evening, Jack. Hopefully he's got some stats for us this evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening. And young Vicky. Hello, Vicky.
Good evening.
Good evening. And making their debuts tonight. Yes, it's a double debut with Becky and Alex. Good evening, Becky and Alex.
Evening.
Evening.
All good? All good?
Yeah, we're good.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Absolutely superb. I mean, what an exciting time to be a Sky Blues fan it is as well. We will go into the permutations a little bit later on because, yes, it's very, very close. And you got to try and keep your feet on the ground, but you can't. Not when everyone messages you and at work and stuff like that. Oh, my God. It is hard to keep your feet on the ground. But I'll tell you what we're going to do to start off the show. Let's find out a little bit about our 2 new guests making their debut tonight, Becky and Alex. We'll come to you first, Becky. How, I mean, you've got your favourite. We all know that. He's there in the middle of the screen, and we don't have favourites on this show. But how did it come about that you became a Coventry City fan?
It's all my dad's fault. So, my dad took me. So my dad's always been a season ticket holder since prior to me being born, since he was a young lad himself. And he took me, I think my first game was when I was about 8 years old. So we're talking 1990. My dad and my uncle allowed me to pop a little bet on. I didn't have a clue who was who. I just randomly picked it out. I can't even remember who I picked. I did try and find out from my dad, but he couldn't remember. And I won, and that reeled me in. I won a little cheeky bet when I was 8. And I remember buying my uncle a box of chocolates out my winnings. And then I've just been going up with my dad, and then my friends, and season ticket holder with my friends. The rest is history. And had a little bit of so when I have a children, obviously, things change, priorities change. I'm still a fan, but I didn't go for as regular for a couple of seasons because I had young children. But yeah, now they're a little bit older and they're into the football themselves. It's a whole family affair now, isn't it?
Definitely.
So love it.
And what about you, Alex? How did it all happen for you?
Well, for me, it was April 1995. I think it was Gordon Strachan's first game where he was involved with the club. I was sat in the main stand. I remember watching him kind of come out the tunnel had like a suit jacket flung over his shoulder, and he was kind of talking to Big Ron. And it was home against QPR. We lost 1-0. And then I think it was the same season I saw us beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-0. I think Chris Waddle came off the bench for them, had 2 goals disallowed. I remember with my dad, I think in the West Terrace, I remember every time they scored and it was disallowed, I kept saying to my dad, like, Dad, why do our fans keep waving at the Wednesday fans every time a goal gets disallowed? And he's like, they're not waving, son. And then he kind of left it at that. And then from there, I had a season ticket in the family stand, and we worked out that we were probably sat about 4 rows apart as kids without realizing who we were.
Yeah.
So that was in the 90s. I think we worked out our first away game might have been the same one as well, the Gillingham League Cup game when we were 2-0 up at half time and it finished 2-2, and they did us at home.
Your mum used to look after the players' feet.
She
as
did,
well, didn't she?
yes. So she's retired now, but she was a chiropodist on Friars Road, and she used to have all the players come to see her. And it was the Blackburn away game a couple of years back when you guys got out the car there.
Yeah, I went with him.
And was it Rob Gurney and Oggy were there? Yeah. And Oggy remembered my mum and then asked if he could look at her feet. If he could look at his feet for him. She's like, no, Steve, I'm retired. Them days are long gone. But yeah, I also had a stint as well because I was living up in Manchester for a while. So I think during the Sisu years, I kind of became a bit detached from everything that was going on. So I did have a period of time where I struggled to watch Cov just because it was too painful. I think like a lot of people. But then when I met Becky, I then found myself getting back more into it.
I dragged you back, didn't I?
It was mainly your dad. He dragged me off to St Andrews, and then I just was like hooked again straight away. And it's just it's like your first love type of thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's really addictive, isn't it? Once, especially when things start moving the way they've moved over the last 9 years, you just think, it just drags you straight back in. But that was about the same sort of time as you, wasn't it, Vic? 95, was it? You had your first game, wasn't it?
93, but yeah, around the same sort of era, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was. I couldn't remember if it was 95, 93, but yeah, so you're all about the same. So, hey, wouldn't it be funny if Vicky sat near you as well? You never know, do you? You'd have to find out where she sat.
I think one of my earliest childhood memories, though, was hanging out of, and obviously with everything going on at the moment, was hanging out of my dad's office window on New Union Street with a flag as the bus came through the town on New Union Street. And that's, I think, some of my earliest childhood memories. Bizarrely, I remember, being there, and I had one of those really awful looking flat cap things, wearing that as well. So that's even before, obviously, I went to my first game. Obviously, I got dragged. I was forced to be a Coventry fan as my dad was a, Cov fan, so I didn't have a choice.
and now Claudio is looking around because he's got one of those awful flat caps.
I've got a pic. I've got a picture of me with one on in front of a fireplace with a scarf and everything. Yeah.
I've still got it somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got it over here. I got the raccoon hat.
I think I brought every bit of tat you could in '87. I've still got it.
I got the raccoon hat. Look, there you go. And that goes on your head, and you had it at the back. There you are.
I'm sorry, I get so much flack from you two about the awful headwear that I own and wear.
Yeah, that's awful.
Take a hard look at yourself in the mirror, boys.
No, that's awful. What you've got on is awful. That is, mate.
Alex is a hat man too.
I'm a hat man.
Yeah, but seriously, where are you going to get one of these from? Collectible now. Alex, have you got his hat that he's wearing?
I've not got that one, but the one you predominantly wear, the CCFC one, I do have that.
Go on, where's your hat? You were going to wear it.
The lighting wasn't the best, but if we want
love it.
Got that one as well.
They are.
There you go.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we've got.
I like the brown one as well. It's pretty good. So, I mean, let's get a few comments in. I'm going to come back to you both and find out, what you made so far this season, what your favourite memory is of the Coventry City. But we've got some comments coming in, so let's get straight into them quickly, and then we'll come straight back to you two, because there might be some questions for you both as well.
Okie doke.
Paul Cuttyfoot says the maths say we're not promoted, but the goal difference after the win on Saturday will. I've got to say hello to Paul, and he ran me down with his mobility scooter at Hull. It's very dangerous with that thing. Well, anyway, Gibbo says, thoughts on pitch invasion. I'll be celebrating as much as the next person, but stay off the pitch. Well, the club have announced something tonight, actually, saying do not go on the pitch. It'll get a massive fine, probably $250,000. It's not worth it. And you'll spoil it for everybody else, children. And some adults need to grow up. Paul Stratton, 1 win. We are promoted. Then we can concentrate on being champions. What a season. And he also says, Jack, and it comes up. Jack featured on Sky before Hull game again. He was, yeah.
Was he really?
Cameras love me, clearly.
Yeah.
They get me all the time.
Yes, I could say something, but there'd be children watching, so I can't. Vince Everett, is Claudia trying to outdo Rudy with the poor hair? No, I don't actually dye in bits here like Rudy's done with his hair lately. Have you seen it? It's quite funny, that,
It's
actually.
like spray paint.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Cooper, I normally pay £80 for the balcony bar. This time for Wrexham, I had to pay $2.10. But to see them lift the trophy, I don't mind. Yeah, Doug knows, doesn't he? He knows how to make money, does Dougie boy. Brian Tully says, I used to work with Alex in 205 at the, is that 06? At,
the big gold axe are in town. It's a nice bloke, Tully.
Interesting.
He keeps making me spend money, though, because every time something new comes in the club shop, he messages me and says, have you seen this? And then I go, oh, better get it.
That's all right. He just sends me funny videos, memes. So that's all right. And it doesn't cost me anything. Vince Everett, yes, cash in the Sheffield Wednesday voucher on Saturday, then crack the bubbly by 2 p.m. Getting close, isn't it? Well done, Coventry, said Todd Brady. You're as good as back. Sadly, my lot could be going in the opposite direction. I hope you do well. I wonder who is then.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I thought he was going to say Tom Brady then.
Oh, yeah. Wayne Littlewood, supply and demand for me. If DK can get additional revenue, then why not? Fans always want the best players. Well, guess what? That comes at a price. It certainly does, doesn't it? Ralph Wiggins says, good evening, folks. PUSB. What this is all about, Frank going to Chelsea and Derby man coming in?
What?
I've not heard that.
Ralph,
I think he needs to stay off
what you been on?
Yeah, I think it was leaked early saying that they reckon that if he was tempted to go, that they've lined that Eustace is the preferred man to come in. But personally, I can't see him going back to Chelsea for the third time. It's, the last stint nearly killed his career with that interim manager position. It was like a 10% win rate, less than that.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
No.
Peter Doolan, hi all. Everyone's feeling confident about Saturday and wrapping up the promotion, hoping there's not a pitch invasion for obvious reasons. Trevor Merriman says.
In fact, actually, Frank does want to go back there, but as Cov manager, and then we beat them.
Yeah. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Trevor Merriman says, question, would you rather get promotion 5 o'clock Saturday with no players present or at Blackburn?
Blackburn.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I reckon so.
No.
Although
that means Claudia will have actually had to have seen a win.
Would I rather it be? I think it would be with the players anyway on Saturday, because if Millwall slip up tomorrow, then you and say Ipswich and Middlesbrough win, they've got to go and score 20 odd goals in 4 games to catch us, and they ain't going to do that, are they? So you up in
the Borough game's not until 3 o'clock, is it? And we're at
12:30. Yeah. But what I mean is the goal difference is they've got to score 20 goals in 5 games. They ain't going to do that, are they?
No.
They can't even score 1 at the moment. At home anyway.
It's true.
Sorry, Claudia.
No. Margaret Handy says, "Are you all taking our Wembley flags to get the party started?"
I don't know. I'm hoping we're going to get something free.
Mine's out the window, isn't it?
It is.
Has been most of the season.
Keep it there.
Wayne
You
Littlewood
can't move it.
says,
I know.
Wayne Littlewood says Blackburn's going to be a carnival of noise. However, if Claudio's going, then it could be the following week.
However, if we win on Saturday against Wednesday, we'll only need a point, won't we, against Blackburn? Pretty much.
Yeah. So
we can live with that.
Yeah.
And back to you, Miles.
Okay, let's do spot the ball. Oh, this is a tricky one, this one. So, it's anywhere there. Obviously. Get your guesses in. You can win a Sky Blue Fans TV mug this evening. And we'll come to our guests first. Becky and Alex. Becky first. Where do you think the football is?
I have no idea, but I'm going to go with my lucky number 4.
That's the same one I was thinking of. I was trying to follow the eye line.
Okay, so you're both going to go with the same number?
I'll go with a different one, just play it differently. I'll go 7.
7. Okie dokie. What about you, Vicky? You haven't seen the answer, so why don't you have a go?
No, I was going to say number 4 as well, but I'm such a bad luck curse on this. I don't want to curse Becky's guess, so I'll say number 6.
Number 6. Claudio?
Oh, I'm going to go number 9.
Okay, there you go then. So you got that, Jack?
Yep.
Brilliant. So Jack's doing the old spot the ball answers. Excellent stuff. Thank you, Jack. Right, so we'll come back to Becky and Alex then before we talk a little bit about Monday night's game. We're not going to do too much on the Monday night because it was a bit, well, it was one of them, wasn't it? But Becky and Alex, what's been memorable for you this season? You know, coming out of, you know, with what we've gone through, but what have you thought about this season? What's been memorable for you?
I think in terms of memorable moments, I think the one that stands out is the whole day around the QPR game. Waking up in the morning, having the email from Doug saying we've bought the ground, kind of pinching yourself, thinking, that can't be real. And then the whole performance that day, just the whole vibe in the ground that day was just it was something different. We kind of left that game saying that we just felt something special was going to happen this season. Didn't think it would be as special as it's turned out to be. Maybe like just a guaranteed top 4 position sort of thing. But yeah, so that for me was the moment, I think the highlight of the year. I think
I'm gonna go different.
Oh, go on now.
Because I like to be different. No, it's so hard because football and the club, I think, means so much more, certainly to me, because of the kids. And my son has a disability and he loves the football and he's also non-verbal. So it means so much more to me personally to see him come out of his shell a bit when he's at the football games, and he loves the atmosphere. And he actually was a mascot for one of the games. Leicester, yes, against Leicester. And I was really lucky because he needed some support with his communication. I was lucky enough to support him as his one-to-one during the mascot experience, so I got to experience it as well, which is great. Oh my goodness, in terms of making memories for me with him, I don't think I could top that in that sort of way. Frank Lampard he's got like a communication device, and Frank Lampard stopped and took time to communicate with him using his device. And just seeing how all the players were interacting with the kids and just the general vibe. So backstage, so to speak, seeing them all in the dressing room, and it just gave me all the feels, really. So that's a little bit of a different.
Because then you accosted most of the players after the Bristol game, didn't you? And Lampard said
he remembered Archie. Yeah. So that's a little bit, just a bit different kind of spin on it, really, because you get the games like the
I think you've beat me.
So because like I say, I think to a lot of people, football is more than just a game.
Yeah,
so,
I was going to say what you've just summed up there is that a lot of people say, what do you see in football? You know, there's just 22 men kicking a ball around on a pitch,
Yeah.
but how you've just summed it up there, it isn't just about the football. It's about the everything, you know, to relate to your family, to you, you know, your son and all that sort of thing. It is, and it isn't just football. It's everything, isn't it? We're a big family, all of us, and you know, I totally get it. I mean, but over the years, then, I mean, you know, from the 90s, I was Sky Blue Sam in the 90s, so you probably had your picture took with me. Yeah. So you probably did have your picture took.
We
with
know
Sky
the
Blue
chap
Sam.
who does it now, so he actually
Oh,
goes
dear.
to my son's school. Yeah. So
Brilliant.
I know the chap who does it now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
my Sky Blue Sam was a bit bigger. He was a bit fatter. They slimmed him down, didn't they, recently? So it was harder to run around in, not my one. But over the memories of Highfield Road, is there anything special that stands out for you both?
Yeah, the Huckabee goal.
I was going to say that one.
Because I was sat like that kind of top tier.
Yeah.
Being right behind the
Well,
goal.
I was a massive Huckabee fan. I
You
loved,
interviewed him, didn't you? So
loved Darren Huckabee. So getting to experience that and the atmosphere and with my friends.
And it wasn't Highfield Road, but the pandemonium, like in the stands at Villa Park for the St. Valentine's Day massacre of '98, when Moldovan did his only kind of thing ever for Cov when he tapped it in after Boateng's little mazy run. That was just mental being there for that one, because I don't think I really appreciated it at the time. I went with my dad and some of my friends, and he was like, I've never seen us beat Villa at the Villa. So it was that was kind of crazy, that one as well.
Yeah. Do you remember Sky Blue Travel? Yeah, but that was back in my day. I had many fond memories of Sky Blue Travel back in the day.
I did Gillingham away with them, I think, and the coach broke down. It's not good in a school like that.
And I mean, this team that you're seeing now, I mean, how does it compare with other teams that you're seeing? Obviously, you know, more recently with Hamer and Victor in the team, but how does this team that have performed this season compared with, say, over the years that you follow? Because, you know, they have done something special.
The one thing that sticks out for me is they're having fun.
Yeah. Playing for each other.
And you can just see how much they're enjoying it. I think that's a massive thing. I think previously, when, you know, memories of going and watching the matches and thinking, they're just not, you know, they want to play for the club. The passion's not there, but you just see there's just a difference this season. And whether that's down,
I think for me, it's up there with the teams from the late '90s when you had, obviously, when you had Huckabee and Dublin playing for us, like '97, '98 time. That was, I thought, an unbelievable side. And then when we had Robbie Keane as well in that '99-2000 season, we had obviously McAllister, Mustafa Hadji, Chippo as well. I think it's certainly up there with those sort of teams for me personally.
I'm singing that song in my head now.
What, the Hadji?
Chippo, Hadji. Yeah.
I'm kind of, I think like you guys, I'm trying to not get carried away and say it's in the bag, but there's part of my brain that's already thinking like, right, I wonder who we're going to sign in the summer. And I think that's going to be a crazy, exciting time as well when Doug gets his checkbook out.
Yeah,
I got my Sky Blue. I got my Sky Blue car flags out weeks ago.
You did. Preemptive demands.
I couldn't help myself.
Brilliant. It's just great to hear your stories and about, you know, everything about the club. And I think this team this year has done something that we thought we would never ever see, I think. And or come, you know, obviously we've come close, but in my wildest dreams, I never thought we'd be where we are now. You just can't fathom it. I've just come off the phone with Ken earlier, and we're both shocked by it all. This could be it this weekend. This could be, we're going back to the Premier League, and you know, to start the day off being, you know, having an interview with the Guardian newspaper, you think to yourself, this can't be real. This can't be happening. Coventry City are that close. It just seems weird.
I
seems
think there
weird.
is probably a lot of fans that always thought that it was never going to happen again. That was our time in the sun was done, and it was gone. But it's still not kind of sunk in yet. That
I think obviously I'm pleased that it's happening now, because I got to obviously see I got to experience the Premier League as a teenager and a young child, but like I'm thinking of like my dad's generation, that he's seen them go through all of that and come back into the Premier League, and so it's nice for me to see it for kind of his generation as well. And obviously, some of the young fans now haven't even, they've just witnessed the League Two, League One. Yeah,
your dad's just messaged me saying, "I love how you both blame your parents." So.
Superb. Right, before we get some more comments in, I think Claudio wants Vicky to jump on the comments, if that's okay. Just before we do that, just a couple of announcements. We've still got 14 tickets left for this. For some reason, we haven't sold any more. And we don't want to get told off again for not telling people that we're doing this event. So if you have not got your tickets yet, please get them now. The description is in the link on YouTube. It's also over on our Facebook and X. It's live end of season fans forum down at Stag and Hen on St. George's Day. There is only 14 tickets left. They've just stopped. Thursday, 23rd of April. Book now. Get there early to get a table. You get a free strip of raffle tickets. You get a free chip batch and a sky blue shot. And do you know what? It was Patterson's goal a year ago today against Portsmouth that got us the old chip batches there, got us into the playoffs. So we've got 14 tickets left. Please get them. Now, I've got another announcement on this. We've got entertainment at half time during the show, but we also have entertainment after now. So you can stay on behind, and I've got some entertainment after. So we've got some entertainment halfway through, and we got some after. So it's going to be a great night. I've spoken to the Stag and Hen today. They are going to try and get the Coventry Evening Telegraph down there to get a photo of everyone outside the pub. So that'll be good. So if you want to bring your flags down with you, get as many flags outside as you can. Also, we have Player of the Season vote up. And Vicky, it's a record number, isn't it? You've had loads.
I'm getting a repetitive strain injury typing all these entries in, and we've got loads this year.
Yeah,
And,
record number. So get on it. info@skybluefans.tv. Email only competition. So Becky and Alex, have you had a go yet?
We haven't officially entered, have we? I haven't even made my mind up.
No,
It
it's
could
a
be
tough one this year.
few.
Well, you got time. Don't worry. You got until the 1st of May. So get your entries in if you can, please. Email only if possible. And then one more is this one. Right, get your phones out, download it. Let's get this in the charts. Right, we need to get this in the charts for May when we lift that trophy. Let's get it to number 40. I don't care. Just get it back in the charts. I know people said last week it's nothing in common with it. Well, there is, because nothing's going to stop us now. So there's loads in common with it. And it was number 1 in May when we won the FA Cup. And Claudio, tell us, who was number 1 again when we won in 1967, Claudio?
Puppet on a String, Sandy Shore.
There you go. Puppet on the String, Sandy Shore.
What
Right,
else did you tell us on the bus, Claudio?
Sorry?
What else did you tell us when we were on the bus on the way to Hull?
Oh, she sang it barefoot. In fact, Becky's got a Sandy Shore haircut. That's true.
Becky's going, who's Sandy Shore?
You can look it up later.
It must be the Fringe. It's always the Fringe.
It's a fringe, yeah.
I thought she looked like that woman off the Traitors.
Oh,
What Claudia?
What's her name? Oh yeah, that one.
Claudia Winkleman.
Claudia
I had the
Winkleman.
Fringe before her.
There you go. There you have it. It's a good compliment, no, that is, Becky. It's a good compliment because it's a very popular TV show, that is. Right, Vicky, are you okay to do the comments? Because Claudio says he's got a delay.
Yeah, no problem. Although I've got a bit of a
Nothing
croaky voice, so
unusual.
you might have to come back in later if I'm
Okay.
if it goes entirely.
We'll share it.
Cool. Right, so Peter Doolin said, I think Blackburn would be great if we need 1 point because 7,500 fans going wild would be an awesome night. I'm pretty sure we're going to have 7,500 fans going wild, whatever happens, because it's just such a good time, isn't it? So that's going to be a fab evening. Paul Stratton says, think and hope Frank's loyalties are now being turned by the Sky Blue Army. Well, will he go back to Charlton again? I think, like Alex said, you just can't imagine that he'd want to risk his career again then when he's built up such a high stock with us. And what's it? Spot the balls. Paula Collins, evening over in Spain on business for another 2 weeks. My VPN is working well, so I can watch on the laptop. If I can't find a bar in Barcelona, just for City and seeing one of the best. Hopefully there might be some other fans over in Barcelona. We can all have a little party over there in Spain. Right, let's go through these. There's a few spot the balls. Lots of spot the ball interest today. Right, Martin King. Doug put the QPR game up for free viewing on YouTube whilst it was live. Pure class. What did I do that? When towards standout moment has to be either ball in the ground or knocking ball off top, and we came in our rightful position. Yeah, that's definitely one, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Assassins Unite. Hi all, just watched the City and Scene, followed by an excellent Jonah interview with Atty. What a team! Please, everybody, take in this bit of the season because it's been amazing. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Now I think it's just about enjoying between now and the end of the season because this is special. And not talking about memories, this is something that will stick with us forever now, won't it? So it's just about enjoying that for what it's worth, really. Cameron De Rossi, I wonder if Doug will get big artist concerts, exhibitions to the arena when the season is in this village. We'll take that coming, aren't they, in the summer? Don't know if anyone else is.
Yeah, take that. No, I ain't going to see them.
I am, but mainly because I like Belinda Carlisle and she's supporting. Assassins Unite, we should have a fully fit squad for the run in. Yes, fingers crossed. It'd be nice actually as well for all the players if they can all like be fit and actually contributing because they've all done the hard work to get here. And it'd be a shame if somebody misses out because of injury now, wouldn't it? Cameron DeVossi, the big game for me was against Middlesbrough at home. Middlesbrough were given arrogance thinking that the CBS that they would beat us. And they're still a bit tough. And they've just fell apart after that, haven't they? That just completely derailed their season. Steve Price, we looked a bit tired on Monday, not surprised after that fantastic win on Friday. We'll be all right on Saturday. 4-0 to Cov. Optimistic from Steve. Hopefully Steve sobered up. Mark R. Again, one of my favourite memories from Hyford Road was when my friend Speedy Chris gave himself concussion when he sat down and smacked his head off the metal in the Sky Blue stand versus Sheffield Wednesday. Oh dear. Oops.
Don't let him do it this week.
No. Wayne Ghost, if only we had Big Mo at the back now. Loved Big Mo. Love his song as well. That's also another, you know, you were saying about the Chippo Hadji song, the Big Mo song that comes into my mind. Martin King, World Cup will be a massive scouting show for all of us. Hey, sign him from insert country here. US Sky Blue, whatever happened to Harry Shaw? Always used to go to away games on the Harry Shaw bus. I think he's passed away now, hasn't he? And his family didn't carry on the business. Is that right, Claudio?
Yeah, they were there for a while because I used to sort out the electric gates. I'm actually on Google Earth outside the gates. The car came down and I saw it coming. I decided to lean on this sledgehammer, which wasn't a great advert when my boss saw it because he wondered what I was doing. Just lean on the sledgehammer. I saw the car coming. I thought, I'm going to be on Google Earth here. What we should have done was reenact something stupid on the floor or something, shouldn't we? But it was too late. But yeah, so there were, is it Mill Lane? Around the corner from the Binley Chippy. Mega Chippy, aren't they? That's where they were down there.
I don't know where it is.
But yeah, I think they do exist, but not like in the way we remember with all the massive coach travels, the holidays and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we use them all the time in the old days.
Well, they used to ship all the team around, didn't they? They used to be the team coach, didn't it? Mm.
Yeah, well, not the official club. I'm sure that was who the official club used. I'm sure that's who I used to travel with back in the 90s before we could drive and that. Match Plot says, been a special season for sure. I feel like it could be confirmed this weekend. He thinks that Millwall and Borough will drop points. And I'll go back to you now, Miles, for now.
Okay, well, there's a comment coming here from Vince Everett. Says, Becky and Alex are great fans. Thanks for having them on the show. I love our fans. Now, you've got to have paid him. have you paid him to put that up tonight?
No, but the check's in the post.
Brilliant. Right then, let's have a quick chat about Monday then. I know we've gone way over. We're at 38 minutes already. Can't believe how quick it's gone. So Monday night, Jack, come to you because you sat there. You're like, I'm looking a bit bored now. So we'll get you in here now, Jack. Tell us a little bit about what you made of Monday night's game.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because I didn't realise it before the game. I read after that us and Hull are the two teams that have been involved in the most goals in the division, that's scored and conceded. And we played out 2 0-0 draws. It's just the most Coventry City thing I've ever heard. That, yeah, I think it was a game of two halves. Cliche. Where's Cliche Man when you need him? They looked better in the first half, and I thought, we're under the cosh a little bit here. But second half, we got into it. Should we have had a penalty? Yes. Was it right in front of us? Yes. Was it blatant? Yes. Was it given? No, obviously not. Because we've had our fair share. We've had enough now this season, haven't we? The refs thought, right, we'll give them 4 pens in a few weeks. We'll shut them all up, and then we'll stop giving them again. But it was a great day out. I'm sure Miles and Claudia will agree. They were both on the Leamington and Warwick bus. We were all there together. We had a good day out, good meal, one or two beers. We bumped into Jordan at the ground, who we had a lovely chat with, and then yeah, we ended up watching a game that was well played out. I thought poorly managed by Frank Lampard, I'll be honest. But
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Jack? What do you mean by that?
I think the starting 11 was mostly unsurprising. I mean, we didn't expect Bobby to be out. We know he pulled up on Friday with a bit of an injury with the last 10 minutes. Didn't necessarily think that would rule him out. Torp in the 10 was a bit of a shock. I know Eccles missed 2 glorious chances at home on Friday, but played well other than that. Rodoni comes off the bench, scores 2. We think, Rodoni will start, and he didn't. I don't know whether that was tactical or whether Rudy's injury still just lingering a tiny bit. But then to not make substitutions, he made 2, which were fair, but then to not make another substitution until the 91st minute, I just thought if we were in a different position, we make substitutions to try and win that game. And I'm not complaining as a general rule because we got a point and it was great. But had we have needed something from that game, or had that game been more important to us, I would say Frank has mismanaged that game. He's not, or maybe not mismanaged, but not done as much as he could to get us over the line. I thought Sakamoto wasn't really getting the ball too much in the second half. They were kicking him as well. Efron was largely ineffective. I thought maybe this is the sort of time you bring Esse and Marcello on, just change something, give the players a bit of rotation, fresh legs on the pitch, and just nothing happened. And that was the surprising bit for me. Obviously, we could have got the penalty, it could have been 1-0, and this would be a different conversation. But it's one of them that had this have been in our poor run, we'd all be saying, why haven't we made subs? Why haven't we changed it? So I'm just trying to be consistently analysing this, not thinking that we've already won it. And on that basis, I think this could have been managed and handled better. But at the end of the day, before a ball was kicked in any game, we'd have all said, we'd absolutely take a point here today under any circumstances. And that's exactly what happened. And it was just even better that Norwich managed to beat Millwall, which we were all celebrating on the way up on the bus. And then obviously when we got to the ground, Middlesbrough were 1-0 up, but we all watched those 2 penalties scored. Well, one on the bus actually just before we got there, and one in the ground, which was heavily celebrated. Probably the biggest cheer of the day from the Cov fans in the Hull ground actually was that second penalty. But yeah, look, we haven't lost any ground. In fact, we've gained ground based on the amount of games we've got left, and we did enough.
Yeah. Jack touched on Rodoni there, Claudio. I wasn't surprised to see him not picked for that game, I think, because of the way the pitch is. And with a player that's coming back from injury, you don't really want to risk on that sort of pitch, do you?
There was one instance in the second half where the ball was played to him and it bounced up and hit him in the chest, I think. It was an awful bounce off the divot. It was terrible. You don't really see how bad that pitch is unless you see it from the camera view. I think it is pretty bad. I've noted it during the season, and they've not had a great run at home recently, Hull. I think they're struggling on it as well. But I must have seen a different game to Jack, but it's probably down to spiced rum and lots of Guinness because I didn't think it was that bad. But
I didn't say, no, hold on. I didn't say the performance was bad.
Okay.
No, he didn't, to be fair. He didn't, to be fair.
I think the one thing that was clear, and you could see on Monday night why Torp doesn't play in the number 10, because I don't think he can. After about 20 minutes, me and Luke were going, well, the Torp experiment's not working at the minute because he looks a bit clueless. He wasn't really closing down. When he had possession, the passes were going all over the place. He didn't look comfortable. He looks a lot better, deeper, definitely. The first 20 minutes, I was just thinking, let's get out of here with a point tonight. The disappointing thing for me was that we knew if he'd win that game, we could wrap it up, promotion this coming Saturday. And I think that's why, although we take the draw, that was the slight disappointment. As for Rodoni, you could see the fans, how they reacted as soon as he came on. You know, it lifted the crowd massively. And I think that's what Frank was doing, really, bringing on Sims and Rodoni, because I don't care what anybody says, he may be the leading goal scorer, but Haji Wright was not playing like a leading goal scorer on Monday night. I thought he was poor, really poor, actually.
We were getting so
there was a couple of moments, wasn't there, in the first half? There was a beautiful cross from De Silva, and he's got no urgency about him to go and attack the ball.
I watched them back, Alex. I thought, I want to watch those back. I didn't realise that because we're right at the other end, I didn't realise how little he tried to get his leg out to get something on it, just slide in. Even if you're offside, just make it look like you're hungry for it. Yeah. And I'm not the only one. They're all grumbling around me, saying, what is going on with him tonight? So I think when Sims came on, I think most of the fans were relieved he came on, actually, because he thought, and for about 5 minutes, he showed a bit of battle and he got stuck in, didn't he? But that's, for me, next season is something we need to look at as a club. I think we need to find a striker who can do the business in the Premier League.
I think what surprised me with Hadji this season, though, it's given the fact it's a World Cup year, it's a World Cup in his home country as well. I would have thought that would have given him that kind of desire to try and actually week in, week out, put more of a shift in. And it's been, he has the odd game, like he has the Borough game at home. He had the Sunderland game at home last year, where he looked like the best player by a country mile in the league, and then kind of disappears for like the next 6-8 games.
And he's a unit. He's a unit. Yeah. That's what people are saying around me. He's when you see him up close, he's a big guy. And there's one where the ball was put through. Okay, it was a bit too far, but their centre half sort of nudged him gently out the way. I thought, oh, come on. You should be fighting harder than that. And it's frustrating because what happens then? The ball keeps coming back. So the lads at the back, I think, were really good on Monday. That was one big massive plus, I thought, the defence.
What did you think, Becky?
I was frustrated, like you're just saying with Haji Wright. I mean, I'm like Vicky. I've backed Sims, haven't I, for a while now. I've seen such an improvement. I expected Sims to start on Monday. Yeah, to be honest, I think he deserved to start. And like you say, Haji's he's a big guy, and he just looks so weak, doesn't he? He's like, whereas Sims has got that. He's a lot stronger than Hadji, but you'd expect Hadji to.
Hadji's always had that issue. I forget which game it was, but I think it was his first season here when he got there was contact with the defender and he's gone down straight away. I think Bidwell, kind of on the pitch, gave him an absolute rollicking, saying, "What are you doing? Stay on your feet." And but yeah, like you said, I think I would prefer Sims to start. The thing I like about Sims is, he's not technically the best player, but he does like chase after balls that are considered lost causes. Like, was it the game against Swansea when he's had a big impact on 2 of the goals? By kind of, well, I think it was the one goal for, was it Grimes when or Sakamoto, one of them, when he's kept the ball in. I always remember back to that one game against Sheffield Wednesday, I think it was last year, when we won the game despite being second best, because he's not given up on the ball. The keeper's then dropped it and he's gone, "Thank you very much," and tucked it in.
You're going to merge them together, don't you?
Yeah. But I think my fear is, going back to what Claudio said about next season, if we're going to try and find a goal scorer, it's going to keep us in the Premier League. It's going to be very difficult and very expensive, I think, to try and do that, which makes me think they will probably stick with what we've got in that position, personally. So I think it will cost probably more than what Doug's willing to spend on one position. Just going to throw that out there.
30 million. You've got to spend 30 million on the striker, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Could make all the difference. It could make all the difference.
The problem is, though, if you spend that sort of money on the striker and then they don't hit the ground running, then it's I suppose it's the gamble you take, though, isn't it, really?
Vicky, you watched it on TV. You did a great show, by the way, after the game as well. Congratulations on that for the after-match reaction. What was it like on the TV? How like the pitch, the refereeing, the commentary, the linesman, everything? How did Sky sort of take on the game? Did they find frustrations in both teams, or just us, or what? Or was it definitely a penalty? It looked a penalty to me.
I tend to turn Sky down a bit because they're all very much pro the opposition. I find it's all a bit frustrating. Yeah, so I only listen to bits of that as I can tolerate it. But I mean, you could tell the pitch was bad off the TV cameras. Like Claudio said, obviously I had the benefit of seeing the De Silva crosses like from the camera angle first time, and that was incredibly frustrating. There was 2, and you're just thinking, just throw yourself at the ball. Like, what are you doing? And then I think, and obviously there was a penalty shout in the second half. I think that was a definite penalty for me. I thought generally the ref wasn't bad. I thought he pretty much let the game go. Most of the sort of big decisions I thought he got right. I thought the ref was okay. But what I realised was that I hate watching the game like that on the TV. I was sat there thinking, why am I not there? This is like, it feels worse on the TV. It's just like painful. So I'm glad I'm actually there next Friday.
It does. It makes me worse watching it on the telly. We're the same. Well, I am anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
It does get frustrating when you watch it on TV. But I mean, Vic, what about you with, say, Torp in that number 10 role? How did you find it that, that team being picked that way? Were you surprised that Rodoni didn't start?
Yeah, well, maybe not that Rodoni didn't start, because obviously we still don't know exactly how sort of back to full fitness he is and whether he's got like 90 minutes in him. I think actually the pitch issue is a valid point as well about not risking him on a pitch that looked like a bit dodgy. So that's valid. But I was surprised that Torp played there, and I was surprised that Torp and White both, because they've both over their careers here had issues with not turning up at difficult away games, and so to pick both of them and expect both of them to turn up, I thought was a risk, and I was surprised by that. I mean, for me, those games are always for Sims. Like I would never pick White over Sims in an away game like that. Personally, just think it just suits Sims so much better. There's a game where White just doesn't turn up in games like that, and so and Torp's been better this season away from home, but I still think he's got that in him. To try him in a new position like that away, I was surprised, and it didn't work, did it? Unfortunately. So yeah.
But But the point, you were happy with the point. Do you think you're happy with that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think was Claudio say that if we'd have had the 3 points that you're going into Saturday knowing that a result's enough to secure it at home, I think that's a disappointment because that's what I wanted. I wanted to, I mean, obviously we all know we're going up to Blackburn and that's great, so I'll be there. But for the other sort of 20,000 that can't get to Blackburn because there's not enough seats, it'd be nice to just secure it at home, I think. And so that's a bit of a shame that we can't do it while we're in the ground on Saturday. We can know that we're pretty much there, but we can't say for definite, can we? And that's just a shame.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's a bit of a disappointment about the penalty because I'm not sure we probably deserved a victory, but that was a definite penalty, and that we could have nicked that 1-0, couldn't we? So that's a bit frustrating.
But we have to move on, and you know we have to move on, and we have to go on to Saturday and hopefully turn it around, which we'll come on to very shortly. But first of all, Claudio had his spice rum in his hit flask, but he copied me. There's mine. We got the same one. It's not his, honest. That is mine. And then Jack and his dad. Jack's on the old Japanese beer. Is that beer?
Is that on water?
It's not beer. No, it's that. So I took. It's a sipping drink, not a shot drink, but you don't have it in large quantities. So I took my 2 Coventry shot glasses that we were then drinking out of. It's a South Korean's national drink, basically. It's alcohol. It's about 18%. You drink it neat. And this is the sort of this. I bought about 4 bottles back from Japan of this, and completely forgot I got 2 of them. Happened to get 2 of them out for when my friends came around on Saturday night, and we barely touched them. So I thought I'll take them with me to Hull. And we got through both bottles, me and my dad. So that was before we even got to the pub.
I think it's otherwise known as Yampy juice, isn't it? That sort of stuff. Miles, can I say a quick thank you? Because before I forget.
Go on in.
This is to Sarah, Hannah Dunn, and Danny Watch the Show, who recommended me to buy something which I have bought, which I'm waiting for, which will be revealed towards the end of the season. And we were laughing so much. And she said, we saw these and thought of you. So I had to buy them. So
no.
it's going to be funny.
Please say it's like a Mrs. Doubtfire outfit or something.
No, but yeah, thanks for that, Hannah and Dan. Really good suggestion.
What is it?
Look, you wait and see. Pie is what I say.
Oh, unbelievable. Right, spot the ball. Get your guesses in. Have a go now. Get your guesses in, guys. You can win a Sky Blue Fans TV mug this evening. Where is the football? Where is it? It's there somewhere. Have a little guess. Jack's taking notes, so we can have a look at that very soon. Now, I don't know about you lot, but I think there's something wrong with Claudio. He's been stalking Thomas Asante again, this time in the toilet.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So he met him in town last week, and now he's stalking him on the toilet. Look at that. Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Watch out, Claudio's about. Brilliant. Just a little notice. This is quite good. I think this is pretty cool, actually. Sky Brew's theme, Coffee and Chat. The Coventry City Disabled Supporters Association and Brandon House are meeting next Wednesday, April the 15th at 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. You can go along and you can have a little chat about the Sky Blues, reminiscing and revisit some of your fondest memories of our beloved Coventry City, as well as sharing our thoughts on this season in their fantastic Sky Blue bar room. So if you want to head over there, then you please can do. If you want to message, head over to the Facebook page. You can see it on the poster there. You can get over there, send them a message, say that you want to go along, and they'll be able to help you if you go on to the Facebook Coventry City Disabled Supporters Association. I think there's an email there. Hold on, let me move that banner. That's why I always put the banner at the top. There's the email at the bottom. There you go. So that is there at the bottom as well. So you can head over to that Sky Blues dsa@gmail.com. That's going to be a great afternoon. So, Claudio, you're off this week. Why don't you go and make an appearance? I know you're not. You're back at work next week, aren't you?
Yeah, I am back.
Oh, yeah. So you can't go. No, that's it. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look at this then before we go on to Saturday's game. Here we go. These are the fixtures. So coming up this week, then we've got Millwall against West Brom at the Hawthorns. That's Friday night. So Millwall slip up. That'd be nice. And then Saturday, Norwich, Ipswich, 12:30, the same as us. And then Middlesbrough at 3:00. So, yeah, it's going to be very exciting on Saturday. Hopefully, we'll come out on top on Saturday and we can get the 3 points. And if Middlesbrough slip up, Millwall slip up, well, even if Ipswich slip up, it don't matter, does it? Because that'll make it even better for us to get the title, won't it? Sunday is the Hollywood derby. Yeah, Hollywood. Birmingham versus Wrexham. And then Ipswich's game in hand on Tuesday and Southampton's game in hand, although Southampton can't catch us anyway, so it don't really matter. But Portsmouth Ipswich is on Tuesday night. So let's have a look at the league table. Here we go. Here's the league table then. Now, am I mistaken then, guys? You can all put me wrong, put me right if I'm wrong. So Middlesbrough and Millwall draw and we win, we're promoted. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. There we go. Happy days. So
But
that's
it
all we
does
need then.
require both to slip up and drop points.
Okay. But if one of them win, right, they've still got to get 20 odd goals to catch us, haven't they? In 4 games.
I mean, realistically, if we win, it's done. Mathematically, both need to drop points or we need to pick up 4 and then it's done.
There we go. Happy days. So that's it then. It's done. Ain't got to worry about it because Millwall are going to drop points, Middlesbrough are going to drop points, and Ipswich are going to drop points, and then we're going to go on and win the league. And do you know what you get when you win the league?
A Mars bar.
No, you get this. Look at that. Oof. Sexy, isn't it? That is sexy. That is some trophy. We need that trophy.
Miles, I think the Baggies will beat Millwall tomorrow night.
You reckon?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think the Baggies, if they win, will pretty much secure their place in the Championship, I think, next season. I think another win probably enough.
Oh, should we have a look at that again?
Maybe a draw.
So
That's all right.
West Brom, 45 points. If they win, takes them up to 48. Leicester on 41.
It would overdo it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, I know we beat them when we play them. I wouldn't want to go there now to play them when it's proper nitty gritty stuff, isn't it? And it's really, really important.
Is that the same as sort of going to Blackburn now as well?
I think Blackburn will be fine, even if we beat them or draw with them. I think they've got enough in their locker, as they say.
They've got Stoke. Stoke are crap at the moment. They'll pick up points at Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackburn aren't too bad away from home either, I don't think. I think they're not doing too bad. But
I think slight correction as well. I was going to say, that's not Southampton's game in hand either. Southampton's game in hand is against Ipswich.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the game.
Is it?
Yeah, that game's because of the FA Cup semi-final on the 25th of April.
They moved. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
Right. Thanks for that, Alex. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for that info. No, that's brilliant. Thank you. Claudio's just mentioned there, Becky and Alex, he's just mentioned about West Brom having to win to secure, hopefully secure their place in the Championship. But then you wouldn't like to be, where is it? You wouldn't like to be Middlesbrough playing Portsmouth, would you?
No. No, I think, again, it's another team that's got something to play for.
Yeah.
It's was it last year when we had to go away at Plymouth and was it 3-1? We got absolutely bullied by them again because it was another team and they same with Luton, both got relegated, both beat us up at their place. Albeit a Luton game, that's still down to Brad Collins with that ridiculous decision to come out and take Kitchen out of the game. But yeah, still not over that.
We won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Definitely. No, we won't talk about that. Right, let's get some more comments in then before we talk about Sheffield Wednesday this weekend.
Before we do some more comments, we've had a photo in. See if somebody recognises themselves in this photo.
Oh, that's me. Standing in the middle.
It took me a while to figure that out.
Yeah, I remember that. I was near Jumping Jacks. Yeah, 2006 time.
You look like the lead singer of the Enemy.
Say that again, sorry.
You look like the lead singer of the Enemy in that photo.
They do look like a boy band there, don't they?
I do. Yeah.
Don't let the Enemy hear you say they're a boy band.
That reminds us of my old photos. And whenever Caroline sees them, she says, if I'd have known you back then, there's no way I'd have got with you.
She didn't like you, Joe Pasquale's phase then.
No, not at all. Pixie boots and leg warmers. What's going on there?
Shocking. All right, go on then, Vic. Let's have a look at some of these comments, Henry, lovely.
Cool. So Paddy Bracken says, this team 6, we've been knocking on the door for a few seasons, but I still don't think it's real yet. I think that's the trouble. We've got so much Sky Blue trauma history that you just don't quite want to let yourself believe, do you? It's a bit of a bit of a problem, but it's definitely. I think there's definitely going to be happy tears before the end of the season. I was struggling at the last home game. I just got over the emotion, and I think this weekend there's likely to be some more happy tears on the way. But it's just a great time, isn't it? It's great for the city and generation of new fans to see Premier League football, and not to hear that we're living in the shadows of Birmingham, Leicester, and Villa, and we've made our own history. Definitely. Mark R again. Sorry, I didn't read that before I brought it up, but it says, did Miles just say there was a free stripper and waffle tickets at the start?
I literally thought that's what you were going to say at first as well. I thought, no, this is a PG friendly show. You wouldn't have said that.
That'll get rid of the tickets. Sarah Coleman, definitely the most memorable of this season was against Middlesbrough. Do or die under the lights at the CBS, crowd rocking, and boy did the players turn up.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
James Hollyoaks put, not if the Claudio's the stripper.
No, definitely not Claudio.
Rich T, cheers and thanks to the team and Frank from the stands and concourses. No stupidity on the pitch. You will get close on the parade. That's it, isn't it? Just enjoy it from the stand. I think I've made a few comments like this on Facebook. You know what I'm like, and getting involved in these debates. And but for me, like one of my favourite memories is like the Notts County away game. We're in the stand celebrating, the players on the pitch celebrating. You just interact it. And, like if you run on, you just ruin all that. Just like stay in the seats and that interaction go on, and special memories to look back at that. Paul could have been nice to see that the club are leaving the bars in the concourse and fan zone open after Saturday's game, so we can watch the 3 o'clock kickoffs and hopefully celebrate on home soil. That's cool. Sorry,
yeah, I'm dreading Saturday.
Jack
I don't
Taylor,
know what time I'm going to get home.
Hopefully we'll be back for good. See what you did there, Jack. Good one. Good one. Chris Hannity, Harry Shaw still going. They do holidays and tours all over Europe. Oh, there you go. They might need you to go back up and do the gates again, then, Claudio. Rich T, it's nice to hear the history and reasons for other fans supporting Cov. We all deserve this. Definitely is, isn't it? Sorry, the comments are gone weird on my screen now.
It's okay.
Oh, Mark R again. There was a comment about being scared of Ipswich, but if they win their games in hand, there'll still be 6 behind us. Plus, they play Borough, Norwich, and Southampton. They are not getting maximum points on these. I saw a couple of Ipswich fans on the weekend saying that they reckon they could get the title.
No chance.
Deluded.
Yeah, I can see Norwich beating them this weekend personally.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I think if Southampton, I mean, isn't there a chance that mathematically Southampton could still get second?
Yeah.
So it's which
on form.
yeah,
They're the form team, aren't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a different team at the minute.
Frank Wood said, who would like to see Jamie Allen in a City shirt again before he leaves, so we can say bye to him?
Watford
I suppose
away.
Jamie Allen's on 198 appearances for the Sky Blues, so it'd be good to see him to get two more, 200 on at Watford. Maybe he starts at Watford and gets taken off to a standing ovation like they did with Shippers a few years ago. That'd be nice.
That's why we'd like to get this all done and dusted sooner rather than later. It allows to think about them, doesn't it? Like at the minute, it's still too like up in the air. Mandy, drop-off in form since the beginning of the season has been shocking. He's not fast enough as a 10 and not physical enough for an 8. I think he's got a bit of a problem now, hasn't he? Because there's generally better people that will take all of his places that are better in all of his preferred positions. It's a bit of a problem for him. US Go Blue, I think Frank just wanted to avoid defeat against Hull and keep our forward momentum for the game this Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, he was pleased with that. He was pleased with that performance, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Well, you obviously on the TV, if you watched it back, you'll see he was telling the players to relax and just like calm down a lot. And at the end, he also then said that when you're up against it like that, it's about just being professional and getting the job done. So I think he was just happy that they calmed down and saw out the point really.
I do agree with Jack that I would have liked to see Markello get a bit more game time because when I've seen him play, he looks
exciting, doesn't he?
He looks very good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how he develops. He looks like a good prospect. Frank Wood thinks that Josh is a better 10 than Torp. I'm inclined to agree personally. Martin King, Hadji is a spot virtually guaranteed now that Darby's Akimong is out with an Achilles injury for the World Cup.
Yeah, true.
I did think at the beginning of the season that he'd be like really up for this season, like really firing every game, and he just hasn't as much as you'd expect at all, has he?
No. You never know. The Great World Cup, score 4 or 5 goals, and we get like a silly offer from some club in Europe for him. You never know. Yeah,
so if we get like sort of 20 million or something, we could put that towards our 30 million striker that we need.
Exactly.
Hadji may have been poor on Saturday, but Jimmy Greaves was often the same, and I've never seen a better striker. Paul Stratter, not just scared to get injured, right? He's just scared against physical, aggressive defenders. I just want to suggest to someone that we can. Sorry. Marty King says, take a chance on Prime, promise David out of Belgium. He's like Sims, but has speed and scores a lot. And if you know much about him, I don't think I've seen.
This is the thing now. Rumours are going to start flying around who's come in, and no one's going to know. Especially if they're coming from abroad. Yeah, no one heard of Markello, did they? That came through the door.
I do think Markello is probably a good example of what they will try and do, though. I don't think they're going to. I don't think you'll see Doug spend 20, 30 million pounds on like one player, one position. I could see him spending that sort of money on several kind of diamonds in the rough style plays that he can try and buy for 5 mil, mould them, develop them, and maybe 2-3 years down the line they're worth 30, 40 million.
Yeah,
maybe sell them on and reinvest. I think that will be the plan.
Yeah.
And if you bring a few in like that, I mean, there's always a risk with any transfer, isn't there? That some work better than others. The risk is if you spend all your money on one player, that doesn't work. Whereas if you bring in like 8 or so, and some of them are going to, aren't they, as we've seen in the past. And Mark Nicholson says, fantastic team performance at Hull against a decent side on a really poor pitch. If you can't win, then don't lose. Vidoni was never going to start on that pitch. Frank is looking after his players. I think actually that was like we did touch briefly on Monday about the Hull of a decent team. They're obviously pushing for. They still had a chance of pushing the second place if they'd have won on Monday. Yeah. So it wasn't just us. We were against a difficult side, weren't we? Mark Sky turned the crowd mics down against
Mm.
Sky's not very good chant started. Yeah. You could hear the Cov fans though throughout that game. That's always good to hear on the old Sky. Right, Mark Reed, important question for the panel. Would you rather Cov go up as champs and Leicester stay up, or Cov go up as second and Leicester get relegated?
Oh, let's ask everyone that. Let's ask that then. Go on then, Alex and Becky.
Champions.
100% champions. I couldn't give two hoots if Leicester stay up, go down. I'm not bothered about that.
Yeah.
For me,
Vicky?
I think like you, Miles, I want that trophy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm with Becky and Alex.
Go
I
on,
think I want champions. I want it to be champions. It'd be nice. I mean, that's the thing. Like Leicester are there, and it's amusing to see them struggling. But all I really care about is us, and I want to be champions. So yeah.
Jack?
Yeah, there's only one right answer, and it's we go up as champions.
Claudio? Second.
Yeah. No. At Christmas, it might have been because you didn't know what was going to happen the way we were playing. But champions, I don't care about Leicester at all. Never have done.
Yeah. Snap. Same. Yeah. Champions. Alex, want that trophy, don't we?
We do, mate. We do.
Yeah. There's a replica you can buy, you know.
It's the fact they even give second place a trophy now as well, don't they? Which is mental.
And playoff.
Yeah, but we've got one shaped like that one because we won League One and we got the playoffs in League Two, so we don't want the same one, do we?
No.
We want a proper one, don't we?
You do.
Definitely. Go on, carry on, Vic.
Cool. So US Go Blue says, Hadji looks off his pace against Hull. He's a purple patch player, unstoppable in patches, but completely off it at other times. We might be able to carry that in the Championship, but it's not going to work in the Premier League. I think especially like for us, because it's going to be tough, isn't it? Like some teams, like Haaland went however many games without scoring, but Man City have got enough other players to cover something like that, whereas we're going to be needing everyone to turn up, aren't we, to have a chance at like securing our place. Gavin Collins, at Hull, we lacked Eccles' pressure and pressing. Torp's never been an away player. Tats was excellent all game. Hadji slipping back to his anonymous performances again. Felt we carried both of them. Sims worked hard when he came on. Yeah.
I've got a question for the panel then.
Yeah.
Jack, you'll have to pronounce his name because I can't pronounce his name.
Min Hyuk Yang.
No, not him.
Okay.
So you're saying about a striker. We've gone off script. I don't care. You're saying about a striker to bring in, right? Because you think Sims ain't good enough, Hadji ain't good enough, blah blah blah. Thomas Sante's injured every now and again. But what about, is it Vipotnik? That's the one. Him. Vipotnik. What about, would you take a punt on him, Becky and Alex? Because he's had one good season, it's a rarity. Would you take a punt on him?
I would have said prior to the game against Middlesbrough, probably not. Because when I saw him against us, he missed an absolute sitter at the back post, which he should have buried. I think, did he miss two actually? Where he again, I think there was another one as well. I think he might have missed against Cov.
I think there was one in the first half.
All I can recall is the one in the second half, and the ball's come over. He's there and marked, and he's skewed it out for a goal kick. But at the same time, I don't think Swansea are a particularly good team, and he has got nearly 20 goals. So you've got to take that into account. It's tough though. I don't know enough about him to commit. Personally, I'm gonna sit on the fence, get splinters.
Yeah, Becky.
Yeah, no, well, we've had this conversation before, haven't we? I don't didn't see the fuss with him when we played him. So no.
Okay, fair enough. Vicky.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've not seen enough from him. I mean, I think he looked like he had a decent game the other day, but other than that, he's had one decent season, few games when he's looked okay, but is he any better than what we've already got? And surely we need to do better. And actually, we've got strikers who, whilst we might grumble about various aspects of their game, have actually performed over a couple of seasons now. I mean, I don't know if it's still the case, but it was the case a few months ago that Hadji Wright had scored more goals since he signed for Coventry in the Championship than any of the Championship players. So whilst we might grumble that he doesn't do as much as he should, he's still, over the time he's been here, the best Championship striker. So why would you swap what we've got for somebody that's just had one season?
And Hadji's have quite a significant amount of time at the
hours,
team as well. So, and still
got those sorts of stats. So
yeah.
So you're just thinking you're taking one Championship striker that's done it at this level to replace ones that we've already got that we're saying aren't good enough. So it just seems like so for me, it's not for me now.
Okay, another one for the two lads above, Claudio and Jack. If Borough don't go up, would you go after Hayden Hackney? Jack? Or Claudio?
I was going to say you'd be daft not to, really. I mean, he's a good player. He's a very good player, but I'm not sure Doug is going to spend 40-odd million on a midfielder.
Not only that. I think is it Elliot Anderson at Forest? I think they reckon he's on his way to probably Man City for 65, and I think Forest put about £30 million bid in for him in the last window. So I suspect they'll just try and use most of that money to try and get Hackney if they don't go up.
It's going to be,
can't compete with that.
No.
It's going to be so difficult for Doug now because unless there's already, players lined up and clubs are ready to let them go for a certain price, players they want. It's like Rushworth, isn't it? We know he's going to have to spend about 15 to 20 million to buy him. He couldn't get him for 5 million, and his worth has rocketed now after this season. So it's going to be difficult. Hayden Hackney, great little player, but Doug ain't going to spend that kind of money to bring him in.
No.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's one of them. If big Prem clubs are chasing him, obviously it's the sort of player we need to be going for, but we're just not going to be able to compete in the market. So should we actively go after him? No. If he was offered to us for the right price, would you take him? Yeah, obviously. He's an upgrade on what we've currently got in squad in those positions. Is he better than Torp and Eccles? If you'd have asked me at the first half of the season, I'd probably say Torp's better from the start to the season he had, but Torp has not replicated that form since his illness and injury in late November, early December. So yeah, it's one of them. I think as well, we need to be looking at players that are experienced in the Premier League. Like we've had to bring in Carl Rushworth, who's experienced at this level, who's had Premier League academy pedigree, obviously not really played in the Premier League. We've brought in Frank Onyeka, who has Premier League and international pedigree. These are the players that have got us over the line this season. If we'd have had Brad Collins in goal and we'd have brought in Billy No-Mates in centre midfield, we'd not be winning the league. It's as simple as. No. Especially with the defence we've got that we've been saying for 2 or 3 years, or Claudio specifically has been saying we're not going to get promoted with them. If we don't improve the pedigree of our players, we're not going to stay up. It's as simple as. It's absolutely what we need. We should be going after free agents like an Andy Robertson, a little bit like what Luton did. I liked when they went after Ross Barkley and Andros Townsend. Townsend probably a bit past it, but Barkley was the best player for them by a country mile. If we don't go and mix young prospects with pedigree and experience, it's never, ever going to work. This same 11, 25, whatever you want to say, we had this exact squad in the Premier League now, we'd be below where Wolves are. I'm convinced of it. Because just the gap, the gulf in quality of the two divisions is so apparent. And it has been for, 6 years now, I think, since teams have been realistically having a chance to stay up. And players like Vipotnik are not an improvement on what we've got. They're a sidestep. He might be 10% better than Ellis Sims or Brandon Thomas Asante, but he's not at the level and the experience of the players that we will need to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's why we have this debate. That's why, you bring it up. People are saying in here, Jordan James, Andy Robertson. Some have been saying a couple of Leeds players. Who could we nick from Spurs? So I wasn't agreeing to have Swansea striker. I was just bringing it up as a subject because someone says Miles, I'm definitely not having. But yeah, I was just bringing up a little subject just to go off a little bit because it's nice to have the conversation because you don't know, do we? We've never been here before. We don't know how to do it. Doug's never been here before. He doesn't know how to do it. So it's all going to be a learning curve. And I think we've got to go the route, I think we've got to go the route Sunderland did, and you buy a real key player and you build your team around that key player. I think, that's the way forward. And don't forget, we've got obligation to buy Onyeka. So, and apparently he's only 7 million. Well, if you get him for 7 million, that's a great buy. It's a great buy for 7 million.
I'm sure as well, haven't we got to pay Everton additional money for Sims as well, and the club from Turkey that we got Haji Wright from, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Right raises the price. It's not a lot. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, we just got to wait and see. We've got to wait and see.
Yeah. It's going to be an exciting summer.
Let's look ahead. Let's look ahead then to Saturday. And then we've got a couple more bits to go through. But first of all, Saturday. Jack, have you got some stats for us on Saturday?
Well, I've got some different information. It's still statistical, but it's not the usual stuff I looked at. I wanted to look at how Sheffield Wednesday performed over the season, who they've performed against, because let's be honest, from a realistic standpoint, we are the best team in the league. They are the worst team in the league. We beat them 5-0 at Hillsborough. They still haven't won at Hillsborough this season. We have. Work it out. It's crazy. And I just wanted to sort of glance at them. So they started the season okay. In the first 8 games, they'd drawn 3, won 1. Obviously, the very first game of the season, they took the lead at Leicester, had a red card, and that changed the game. They lost. They drew against Wrexham, who obviously are in a good position. They beat Portsmouth away, who started the season very poorly. They drew against QPR, and they drew against Birmingham. That was their first sort of stint. Within that stint as well, they beat Bolton, having drawn 3-3. They beat them on penalties in the first round of the Cup. They then beat Leeds again on penalties after a 1-1 draw at Hillsborough, their only win at Hillsborough all season. They then lost to Grimsby, who'd obviously just beaten Man United. So kind of understandable there. So that's it. They've had 5 draws since then, and that's talking about game week 8. Between game week 8 and now, they've had 7 draws, which obviously they just drew to Leicester at the weekend, which I'm sure we all found mildly amusing.
Well, they were 1-0 down until the 84th minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, exactly. And the funny things that I keep looking at is they've conceded 82 goals in 41 league games. So they're conceding an average of 2 goals per game. Coventry City have scored 84 goals in 41 games. So we're scoring 2 goals a game. If we don't win by 2 or more, is this a poor outcome, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We absolutely blew them away at their place 5-0. It's the day we went top of the league in October. So that was a key date that we went top of the league. It was 4th of October. It's the day I flew to Japan. We've been in the top 2. Obviously, we dropped from top for 1 week. We're back up there. So that was a date that we went to the top of the league. And technically, this could be the same date that we get promoted. Now, when we played them as well in Sheffield, we played at 12:30. We relied on Borough dropping points at 3 o'clock for us to stay top of the league. It happened. We went top. We play at 12:30. Borough play at 3 o'clock. Could they end up doing us a favour? Let's
Who did
hope
Borough play that day?
The same team as today, because the fixtures are this weekend, the fixtures are perfectly
Portsmouth.
mirrored.
So they played
So
Portsmouth.
they had Portsmouth. So Portsmouth
Wow.
did us a favour.
Okay. So it could happen again this weekend.
But ironically, just to play slightly on the irony of that, Sheffield Wednesday are actually ever so slightly better away from home. They got their only league win away from home at Portman Road. They've had 4 draws, totaling 7 points gained. They've obviously only had 6 points gained in draws at home. They've scored 15 goals. Is it 15? No, they've scored more. 14 goals in their 20 away games. They've only scored 11 at home. and they've conceded less away from home. So even though we beat them 5-0 earlier in the season, that was obviously in our high-flying moment. I don't expect that again, but I do expect, and it's weird that we're saying the word expect. I expect us to win by a few and keep a clean sheet. How often have we ever been in this mindset as a Coventry City fan? I don't think ever. So look forward to it. I think we all are. We're all extremely excited. We have been for months. Let's just go and get it done. And hopefully, Portsmouth, you can do us a favour again, like you did on the 4th of October. Happy days.
You saying expecting just proves to me you've only been watching the City for 10 years, Jack.
Hey,
was
this is 11.
Because I said to Caroline, I said, it's unbelievable. Where I think 89, is it 89? How many points? 89 points between us.
89 points difference.
Wow. And Caroline says, oh, it'd be such a cough thing to lose then, wouldn't it? And I thought, you know what? It could happen. We could probably lose to Sheffield Wednesday and still be champions. That's how daft football is, but I wouldn't expect to.
No.
And do you know what's hilarious as well? Before the season started, Sheffield Wednesday played 3 friendlies. They won all 3, scored 7, conceded 2, and they only conceded 2 goals against Manchester City under-23s. The other 2 games were against the Blind School and the Dog and Duck. So it was against York and Mansfield, both at home. So the last time that they had a genuine victory at home was the 26th of July in a friendly against a League 2 opposition.
Brilliant. Becky and Alex, what are you expecting this weekend?
There you go first.
Are you sure? Because when I said earlier you were going to steal my prediction, I did. I did say I can see a 3-0 scoreline. But you were going to you agreed, so we can't have the same.
Well,
I'm going to change it to 3-1 just because my little boy always predicts 3-1, so I'm going to pick him.
But I mean, so you know, in a game wise against Sheffield Wednesday, obviously. No, that's fine. There was scores brilliant because we'll make a note of it. But in a game wise, how do you see it going for us? You know, what are you expecting?
My only worry is they've got what's his face, Jerry Yates. He plays in front, and he's always 4 goals against Cov he's got in the past. I think he's up there nearly with Kiefer Moore. We've always seeming to score against us. I think they will have enough to see the game out. I think it's going to be a carnival atmosphere in the stands. It's going to be so much energy. Well, there should be anyway. I could see there being a lot of energy coming from the stands, crowd up for it, and I think we'll get the job done.
Yeah.
If it's 1-0, 2-1, 3-0, we'll get the 3 points.
I think that's it. I think I've kind of gone a bit past caring about performance, and that as long as we get the 3 points, let's cross over the line as you say. So I think that's where I'm at the minute.
Yeah. So
I think Claudia, you're like that, aren't you? It's not about the performance now. It's about getting it over the line.
Yeah, it's a bit like a long marriage, isn't it? Forget the sexy stuff, just get it finished. I just think, but the thing is, to me, I think it's going to be like the QPR game. I think the atmosphere is going to be electric. It's going to be out of this world. I mean, don't be surprised if it's a 5 or 6-0 job, purely because of the atmosphere that we're going to generate in that ground. It's going to be crazy because we know what's coming. The players have got to be. This is, you got to pretty much. If we win, we're going up, and you're playing the worst team in the league. I mean, it's a gimme, isn't it? Surely, even at this level, it's not the best fixture you could possibly have. So I think it could be a proper carnival atmosphere. And I'm going for a big 6, I reckon.
Yeah, Vin says we haven't scored 6. Obviously, we scored more than 6. We haven't actually finished with a 6 to our name this season.
It could be. I got a feeling it's going to be a big scoreline on Saturday.
I hope so.
Purely for that.
Vicky, how would you see the team setting up, do you think?
Well, probably similar to like the I think he'll keep writing, won't he? So I think and Rudonia probably starting there, won't he, at home on our pitch. So I think we'll go for it, a couple of early goals. Because I think the important thing actually is to try and get a goal early, so that all that excitement doesn't turn into nervousness. You want it to be like positive energy, not become like nervous energy. So I think a nice early goal. So I think start quick, go for it, and yeah.
Is there any more news on Asante? Because obviously,
Wow.
you
Oh,
know,
we should know.
You know,
yeah.
hold on a minute. Did you ask him the question? Did you ask him when you seen him there, sitting there?
Yeah. Well, he said he felt great and they're just being cautious with him. So I think he'll be around on Saturday. There's no need to rush anybody now. It's
No.
really isn't.
Again,
I
it's
feel for
travelling
Asante
the
a
pitch
little bit
thing.
though, because I feel like, you know, this season I know that he had very high expectations of himself, didn't he? He set himself quite a high. We went to the players' night, didn't we, at the Christ King, and he set himself quite a high target of goals scored this season. And obviously he's been injured, and
it's the fact the injury came drawing a purple patch for him as well. He was in like the form of his life, and
I'd love to see him, you know, finish the season off with a bit of a bang, really. So it'd be nice to see him back playing.
Definitely.
He's such a nice bloke as well. He's a really nice bloke.
No, he's great, isn't he? His smile is just so infectious, isn't it? Really is. Let's. So you're going 3-1, Becky. Alex, you're going 3-0.
Yeah.
I'll go for 3-0.
Yeah. Does he always nick your score lines, Becky?
Yeah. Well, I've got to back my little lad. He's always. I think it's an autistic thing. It's 3-1 all the time, isn't it?
And it's always Jay De Silva to score as well. I've lost so much.
Wow.
This season.
Wow.
Do
you know what? Might be worth a punt this weekend.
Do you know what though?
30-yard screamer top bins, yeah.
When we did the mascot experience, I've got a picture of Archie in it, and Archie's 12, but he's very small, isn't he? But when Jay De Silva stood there next to him on the photo, there ain't that much difference, is there? It's bonkers how tiny he is. It really is. I was shocked. So
I always thought the kit man gave him the wrong size shorts. And he's tall, really.
Tiny. He's tiny.
Oh, bless him.
I know.
Claudio, give us a score then.
I'm going. I'm going to say 6-0.
Oh, Jack.
Can see the headlines now. Claudio hits Sheffield Wednesday for 6. I'm going for a very reserved 4-0 win.
Oh, Jack, that was going to be my score.
Go on in, Vicky. He's nicked your score. Well, it hasn't stopped you this season anyway, has it? So you may as well copy him if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with because I think we will keep a clean sheet. So the trouble is, you know me, I'm always positive genuinely anyway. I always think we're going to win. I don't think I've predicted we're going to not win all season. So I always predict to win. But the trouble is, I've got like this sort of little like memory thing in the back of my head going, oh, it's just a sort of game where we'll just like do something steady and Sheffield Wednesday will score first and we'll have to come back, and it's all that sort of past trauma. But I'm gonna stay with my positivity and go 4-0. We're going to see it out. It's going to be a great day, great atmosphere, happy times.
Okay, cool. That's brilliant. I think Sheffield Wednesday beat us 3-2. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Locked in now, you can't change.
We've clipped that.
No. I'm gonna go. Look, I've got to sing the song soon, haven't I? I've got to sing the song soon. So I'm going to go for 5-0. And I will then have to sing the song. And then after the result Saturday, and then after the game Saturday, when Borough slip up, I'll have to get my tattoo booked in.
Have you decided where you're having your tattoo yet? Are you gonna have it on your leg or your arm or?
Yeah, it's on my leg.
You haven't
on
on
my
your
leg.
leg.
On my
You
leg.
haven't got any on your leg, have you? No.
It was a weird conversation. So we were in the pub on Monday, where we stopped off, and my lad's had 2 on his arms, and then there was this lady sat with us, and she had some tattoos, and I says, "Does it hurt?" "No, it don't hurt." No. And then she goes, "Yeah, this one hurt." And I went, "Okay." Any of us? She goes, "Yeah, that one hurt." I went, "Okay." She goes, "No, but I had another one. That one really hurt." And I'm like, "Brilliant, thanks. That's all I need."
It's bizarre. On my last one, on my forearm, I could have fallen asleep. That sounds really bizarre, but it's such a weird kind of sensation, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it depends where you get it done, though. I think when I've had it done up here on the shoulder, because the skin's a lot thicker there, you didn't really feel anything. But on the inside of the arm, that was horrible. That was horrendous, in fact. But yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You get some of that numbing gel.
Yeah, you can get the
something.
numbing cream.
Just don't tell anyone you put it on, and just act like Johnny Concrete. You'll be fine.
How'd you put it on and not tell anyone? How long does it last?
It dry. Yeah, because I used it for this one on my wrist there, and it kind of dries. No, because I used the cream.
I have to admit, I've got tattoos there, and I didn't use any cream, and it does hurt. 'Cause it's right on the tendon.
But you use the cream, and then it kind of dries. You leave it on for so long, and it kind of you wipe it off, so you wouldn't know that you've had it on. You just get it from the chemist.
He's thinking about it.
He's nervous. Bless him.
I'm absolutely pooing my pants.
So here's the latest iteration of our predictions. So Ken is catching me slowly, very slowly. I said a few months ago I had. It's not golf, Miles.
I'm winning.
I got a 10-point lead at the top. I have very nearly bottled a 10-point lead, but there's only 5 games left. Yeah, I'm worried now because Ken predicted. Oh, he didn't get any points on Monday, neither did I, but he got 1 more point than me against Derby on Friday. So he's catching me, but it's all about the battle for third for Vicky and Claudio, because Claudio's catching as well a little bit.
I don't think you've been adding mine on because I've got a couple of right results the last couple of times. I swear blind you haven't been adding mine on.
You've got 14 correct results, Miles. But also
Derby in there? Derby in there?
Yeah, you got correct result for Derby, but obviously you did your predicting incorrectly quite a lot, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've done 13 predictions where you've predicted a loss, but because we won, you kept predicting a loss. And don't forget, two of your correct results are because you've predicted a loss and we've eventually gone on to lose a game.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Right, get it off. Do me head in. I'm losing. I don't want to see that. Right, then let's get on to this then. Now, look, without your blue tint. Oh, hold on. No, we've got to do some comments first. But after this, because we've still got 14 tickets left. I've just checked. Come on, there's only 14 tickets left. You get a free strip of raffle tickets, not strippers, a free strip of raffle tickets, a free chip batch, and a sky blue shot. Okay, it's at the Stag and Hen on the 23rd of April, St. George's Day. Live end of season fans forum, and we have an entertainer at halftime, and we've got an entertainer at the end as well. So you're going to love it. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be superb. We're going to have a sing-song and everything. It's going to be so good. And we're trying to get a telegraph down there as well, so you can all have a picture taken outside the pub. So get your tickets now. It's only £2 each. Come on. End of season, fans forum. It's going to be brilliant. Come down, meet the team, and have a chat. It'd be a great laugh. And also, if you haven't already, vote your player of the season now. Email competition only. info@skybluefans.tv. Next season's home shirt or away shirt is up for grabs. Everyone that enters gets entered on the spinny wheel, and it is the best season so far for votes. So get your votes in now, online only. Brilliant. Right then. So, Vicky, a couple of comments. Oh God, what's he look? He looks like
I don't know
John
what's
Lennon.
Claudio
Right?
doing.
He looks like John Lennon.
Imagine that.
Right, come on. Who's doing the comments now?
Claudio
Well,
can do the next part.
I can't see with these glasses on.
We'll take them off then.
Hold on.
Oh, what we doing now?
It's hilarious because you walk up to Claudio when you're on the coach on the way up to Hull and say, "Oh, have a look at this photo." And he goes, "Hang on a minute." I had to get his glasses out, put them on. Then he has to adjust the phone for the right lighting. It's like, just read it, man.
That's what happens. You know, your eyes go eventually. Sat up CCFC, even or late to the party tonight as I'm playing with a digger in the garden, digging out a ditch. Happy with the whole result and performance. That was my banana skin game out of the 7.
Never
Wayne,
go on a digger.
Wayne Morrill. Is that? Yeah, it's a mental issue with Hadji, not physical. Look at his performance against Borough. Keith Koff says, hopefully we have the same good scouting going on already. We probably need to find some classy bargains. And Frank Wood says, I don't think Doug will spend money on a striker. We have 3 here. It's a valid point. Mark R says, it's not just the team on the pitch that will change over this summer. What changes, additions are we like to see with the backroom staff? Who knows, is the answer. Margaret Handy, I would love to see Jamie Allen feature in either or both. He's given 210% every time he played. And
It's the same with Bidwell as well, isn't it? 'Cause I think Bidders probably deserves a run out before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Because this will be his last season, won't it?
Yeah, I think for both of them.
Salop CCFC, I want to watch championship games next year and half-time and breaks. Watch us lift the trophy endlessly over and over again, like see Leeds do each week.
You said that the other
Yeah,
day, didn't you?
talking about when the championship plays, I've got a little montage and it always finishes with Leeds lifting the trophy aloft. And I said to Becky, so that's going to be us next season.
Oh, cool.
See Grimes and they lifting the
Every
trophy.
time, yeah.
No, they won't do it.
Probably not. No,
They
probably still.
They won't do it
Leeds,
because it's
won't
us. Yeah, they won't do it because it's
We'll
us.
show Ipswich lifting the second place runners-up trophy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Christianity says, I like Troy Parrott, but I'm biased. 2 goals against Portugal, hat-trick at Hungary. Is that the Irish international?
Yeah, but he's ex-Spurs, isn't he? I think you look at his stats.
Yeah.
Is it the Eredivisie he plays in? It looks decent over there, I think, to a degree. But I think when he's played in England, I don't think his stats are as. I think Jack will probably have to dig out the stats for us in more detail, but I don't think the goals are there personally.
I remember having this conversation in the January window. It was just after he'd scored his debut for Ireland in the November. And everyone's saying, "Oh, let's get him in." No, his record in England, like you say, is abysmal. His record in Holland is okay for a striker. I think it's 1 in 3, but that's in the Eredivisie, not in Championship or higher. And obviously, even at that point, we were looking at Premier League quality to get us over the line, and then for the future, it's just not going to work. He is definitely, he's not even a sidestep, in my opinion, to the 3 we've got. It would be a backward step. Is he a bit younger than the others? Yes, he is, but I don't see the development getting to the level that we'd need him to be at in the short space of time.
We need to nick, like in the old days, a Huckabee, a Whelan, a Dublin, or a Terry Gibson from one of the top teams who can't get a game, who just wants to play, and we can get him on a bargain price, basically. That's what we need.
I don't think you get him on a bargain, but I think someone who might fit that would be Delap at Chelsea. So I think he's gone there for, was it 30 mil? Can't really get a sniff of first-team football.
Yeah, and the problem with that
injury
is
issues, though.
If Ipswich come up, they're going to have him back on loan, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
Wayne Go says, only players from the Championship outside any position would be Burrows, Hackney, and Cienza. Cienza could be good. They're all going to cost 30 million, aren't they? Plus some of these players, though, because as soon as you go up, they go, Cov wants him, right, let's bung the price up.
Yeah. What about that? Is it Loser at Watford?
Oh, yeah.
The number 10. I like the look of him.
Yeah. Good player. Good player. Reece Moore, I would take a go in for Tanaka at Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like he's leaving end of the season. Fee room is 15, 20 million. We're going to have to get used to it. Doug's going to realise you're going to have to spend money if you're going to get quality in.
I like him as well, Tanaka. He's a good player. That'll be a good one.
He's got a name that's the way I feel most of the time. Rushworth has brought, no matter the cost, 15 to 20 million. He's worth every penny, and we'd only make money on him. He has to be the first priority in the summer.
I thought you had tablets for that now.
That's true. It was my idea. I said to Caroline, let's go for a walk along the canal path. So we went from Hatton all the way to the centre of Warwick this morning.
Well, that was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it? You meant to go from Hatton to the pub and then back to Hatton.
Yeah, but we went to the pub in Warwick, so 6 miles we did there and back. So that's all.
See, I must be doing it wrong because I tend to just drive to the pub.
That's another way.
But then you can't have a drink. You can't have a drink.
Depends how far away the pub is.
Cameron Dorossi says, I'm more concerned about signing the goalkeeper, Rushworth. Hadji and Ellis Sims equality. They've already proved against Wolves and Man United. Some Coventry fans are so negative.
And Sims has played in the Premier League, hasn't he, for Everton and scored a Premier League goal, so he's got that in his...
No,
it's for, I think it was Everton he scored against. I think it was against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea,
No,
yeah.
he went to Sunderland, but that wasn't in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's Championship, wasn't it?
I think
League
they do
One.
give you a bit more
No,
time.
League One. League One, yeah. League One.
They do give you a bit more time in the Premier League, but also the ball gets moved a lot quicker. So they need to be really on their game, basically, which may be an issue. Go with Frank's recommendations based on who has been scouted. After all, he has got us here, says Martin King. Vince Everett. Vince Everett does sound like a 1950s rock and roll singer, doesn't he? Really does. Sort of agree with Jack, though. Proper football podcasts think we should hang on to most of our players. Maybe BTA, Eccles, Kitch were all they could agree on shipping out. Oh, interesting.
Oh, keep Eccles.
The thing is, if we're going to level up Vicky, like Alan will go when it's replace him. We need the depth in that.
And you can't replace the whole squad, can you? So you've got to keep some of the players, and Eccles is the one I'd keep. Like,
I get it, but in a pecking order, Eccles is probably at the bottom of that, or very similar on a level to Torp. One of them goes. If you're going to replace them with a better player, is what I mean. Because you keep Graham, you keep Yeka, you keep Rudy. Who else in that midfield is going to be a definite starter to rely on? It's not Torp or Eccles. They're both utility players that can do a job. But if you're then going to bring in someone else that's a higher level, one of them goes. Who do you sacrifice? Is it the Cov kid that you get 100% profit on? Or is it Victor Torp, who I think will actually thrive a little bit more in the Premier League because you're given more time on the ball, and that's when he does thrive a little bit. So I'm not saying we should get rid of either of them, but that's just the way that life's going to be in the Premier League. It doesn't matter what sentimental value we attach to any player, whether they're a Cov kid or not. If you're the worst in the pecking order and someone else is coming in your position, sorry, you're the one that goes out the door. It's as simple as.
Yeah, see, just for me, I'd have picked Torp to go out the toe. I just think that we've seen
Perfectly
Eccles.
reasonable.
Yeah, but from a financial perspective, that does make sense, doesn't it? The 100% profit, so you can understand why Doug would look at that. But for me, I still think he's got growth, and so I'd like to see how he does. So I'd give him at least another season to see how that goes. But yeah.
But then also on the flip side of that, you've got to keep players that if we do come back down from the Premier League, which is probably a high likelihood, you need to keep players that are going to want to stay at the club. Victor Torp at that point might go, well, I've had a year in the Prem now, I'm off somewhere else. Whereas Eccles, being a Cov kid, is more likely to say, no, I'm going to be the rock here that helps return the club to the Premier League. So on that basis, he's more likely to be wanting to stay.
How many players have got a year left on their contracts, Jack?
And that's another show. That's not for tonight.
We got one more subject to cover yet.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Steve Price, I know we're Cov fans, but we're the best team in the league, and they've lost every away game this calendar year. 4-0 is me being cautious. Ooh.
Tell you
And
what,
of course,
Steve's going to be in a mess again.
And as Benjamin Bloom phrases it, it's the Sheffield Wednesday voucher. I feel, though, because they've been punished, and with the transfer, I think they've got transfer embargo as well, haven't they, and all sorts. To me, that's a fairer way of punishment than points deductions, because it stops clubs bringing players in, and they're forced to play youth players and get rid of players. The fact they're going to get hammered next season as well seems ridiculous to me when, just because the owner is holding out for that 15 million. That's just bizarre attitude by the EFL. Fran Hunter, only thing that could stop a win on Saturday is them playing their hearts out for a TV shop window game. Their club are down, but the players won't want to be. Right, back to you, Miles.
Okay, so where I'm having my tattoo done is here. It's instinct.co.uk. I'm going to sort it all out. I'm dreading it, but there you are. That's who's going to be doing it. And if you want a tattoo, they're doing a special deal at the moment. I think it's 120 quid for a black and white one, and just over 100. I think it's 150 quid for a coloured one. So you can get your ink done there if you want to get on it. Now, I've got to bring this up before we do the player of the year, manager of the year, and player of the year. Now, Neil Jakes gave us this calendar, didn't he? Early on in the season. Yeah, we've all got one. Yeah. Now, this has cracked me up, right? Because I've just put my scores in tonight, and I can't believe what he's got on here. But basically, Watford tickets go on sale on Monday, don't they? Right? And 2,246. First tier is 1,900 points. Hopefully, we're all right for that, aren't we? I think. Yeah. And then it goes on 12 o'clock, 1,800, 2 o'clock, 1,700, 1,600, and so on and so on. The reason I brought this up is because, well, I think this is class. But on his calendar, he's got here, right, from the 12th of April, Civil War, fight for tickets breaks out. Right? Although it does say, fight for tickets breaks out. A pressure grows with the playoffs on and a chance to be on Disney Plus. And then on the 22nd, the day after the Portsmouth, it says Civil War with the playoffs on, demand for tickets high. How on earth? I know we're not the playoffs. I know we're going to finish top 2. But Neil Jakes, how did you predict that? Civil War over tickets. Because that's what it's been like this week, isn't it? It's been awful. It's been awful, isn't it, Becky?
It certainly has.
Was it tickets going? I think was it on eBay or somewhere for like £800-900 for the Wrexham game?
Unbelievable.
Mental.
Unbelievable. It's balmy. And do you know what? I can't believe Neil Jakes has put that in there. That's just like, whoa. Isn't it? When I read that, I was like, whoa. That's spooky, man. That is spooky. Right then. Now, take your tinted sky blue glasses off, all of you. Everyone in the comments, take your tinted sky blue glasses off. Manager of the season. Becky.
I think.
And Alex.
Hands down, Frank Lampard. It's got to be.
Yeah, I think it has to be. I think though, taking the specs off, Kim Hellberg's a massive no. I think I understand why he's on there, but I think for me it's between Lampard, Neil, and Jurkovic. I think to play devil's advocate again, take the specs off. I don't think anyone would have fancied Millwall to be near the top 6. I think Hull were fancied to go down due to the fact they're under like 2-window transfer embargo.
Yeah.
So I think Jurkovic has done wonders there, to be fair to him. But I think the precedent was set a few years back when Vincent Kompany won manager of the season with Burnley, despite the fact they spent a shed load of money, when Robbins and Carrick both took Cov and Borough to the playoffs. I thought they deserved it probably more than he did. So I think they've set the precedent. I think for that, it needs to be Lampard.
I mean, Jack, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. There's no parachute payment club there.
Yeah.
That's the most striking thing to me. It's fantastic, isn't it? And I just hope that whoever comes up with us, it's a non-parachute team. I'd love Borough to come up. I keep saying it so we can get our guaranteed 6 points next season. I'd love Millwall to come up just for the pure chaos it will cause all the other London teams in the Premier League next season. I'd love Leeds to come down as the third team, and Tottenham and West Ham both stay up and throw Millwall into the mix. Just fantastic. I think it can't be Kim Hellberg, because if you're talking about from when he got the job now, or this season to now, he's taken a club from second place to third place. So work that one out. Has he done a very good job? Yes. Were the foundations already in place thanks to another manager? Yes. So he should be credited less on that basis. I agree with Hull. I had him going down. He's done a wonderful job there. They're just an exciting football team, a bit like we are, aren't they? They score a lot, concede a lot. So fair play that he's got them up there. For me, the only reason Lampard may not win this award is if Millwall comes second. And if Millwall comes second, on a perspective basis, I think Neil will have done a better job with the resources and expectations at Millwall compared to Coventry, who were in the playoffs last season and were tipped for a playoff finish anyway. Yes, we've defied all odds and gone on to probably win the league. And in any other circumstances, Frank Lampard would deserve manager of the season. But only if Millwall comes second should Lampard not win that title.
But the awards night is before the season ends, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why this is a load of crap. So Lampard should win it.
Yeah.
Because you can't give it Alex Neil and Millwall drop to fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
Or if you give it, or they give it Lampard and then Millwall go on a brilliant run, finish second, clear of everyone else. Then you think, oh, actually, that's a shame he didn't win it. It's crap.
I think because it's before the season ends, I think that's why probably Jakirovic would be, I think for me, above Neil at the minute. I do think you're right though, Jack. I think if Millwall were to get second, I think that would be unbelievable. Yeah, and unexpected as well.
Becky, I think it's next Saturday, isn't it? I think they're doing it.
I think it is. Yeah, the 18th.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know whether
it's next
19th.
Saturday. Yeah, it's next week. Yeah, live on Sky as well.
Yeah, no, it's live. Yeah.
Sunday, next Sunday, isn't it? 8 o'clock.
That's 19th. Yeah.
19th.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I think you've got the there's some exciting game. Who's playing that day? Who's playing on Sunday?
All I know is we've got Blackburn.
Ipswich.
That's it, Borough Ipswich. Yeah.
Oh wow! There we go. Claudio, Vicky. Sorry, first, Vicky. What do you reckon?
I agree with the guys, really. I think, firstly, the precedent's been set in previous years that generally whoever wins the league wins the award. There's been past seasons when people have probably overachieved with their resources and maybe sort of finished within the sort of top six, and they haven't won the award because someone has won the league. And so there's a precedent that should be Lampard anyway. I agree with Jack, though. I think that if Millwall finish second, I think that if you're taking your sort of sky blue glasses off, that the job that Alex Neil would have done to get second with Millwall would be an incredible job, and he probably deserves it. But again, on the precedent set, he probably still wouldn't. It's still Lampard, so I think that. I don't know why. I agree as well that I looked at it and thought, why is Kim Hellberg there? Like, what? Middlesbrough is just dropping away. He's done nothing, has he? Other than to sort of carry on the job that was already being done, and actually dropped away a little bit. So like.
Philip Clement at Norwich and Tom Becker at Southampton probably deserve that fourth spot more than Hellberg does.
Because the job at Norwich, they were in a right mess, weren't they? And the job he's done there, turning them around, is Whereas Kim Hellberg, Middlesbrough were already a team that were pushing promotion. They were like us, weren't they? They were a team. They've been up and around it for a few seasons now, and they they were pushing second, and now they might drop into playoffs. And so that's a failure, isn't it? If they finish out of the top 2 now, then how can he get an award? So yeah.
But the other thing as well, Vicky, is that he's come in November as well. He hasn't been in charge for the whole season.
Yeah.
So he's the only one out of those 3 that have come in halfway through the season. So, people are saying, why has he got it then when like the Southampton boss who's turned them around, and like you say, Philippe Clement at Norwich has come in halfway through and turned their seasons around. When you look at the win ratios for Norwich and Southampton, they're second and third compared with we're first. So it's a weird one. Claudia, your thoughts on it quickly?
I think it goes to Frank for all those winning runs. 7 and 8, 10 and 11, whatever it was, 8 in 9 wins in 9 games. I think we've broken so many records this season as a club, and it's all. I can't see where else. Great Hull. He's done great this season, but he just deserves it as far as I'm concerned. As for Halbert, I think he's only 4th because the other 2 came in after him, basically. So he's like he's the best of the rest. The length of time he's been in charge, but they go over the top, don't they? With some of these managers, it's in 6 months' time, Norwich fans might be saying Clement's rubbish because they can't win a game again. It's just, we know what it's like with football management. So Frank Lampard for me.
Yeah, I think for me as well. I think it's all the records we've broken this season. I know it's our records, but still, the way he's turned us around from November when he came in, when Mark Robbins left, to where we are now, it's just phenomenal. And I know it's only done on this season, but the mind-boggling thing is, why are they doing it 2 weeks before the end of the season? I don't get it. I don't know why they're not doing it at the end of the season, after the end of the season, or I just don't get that. Okay, so Carl Rushworth is up for player of the season. 15 clean sheets so far, 41 games, 25 wins, position number 1, obviously. He's saved us so many points, this man. But have the EFL just put him in there because we're top of the table, and they thought they better put a Cov City player in there? For me, if it was me, I think, Sky big him up all the time. They absolutely love him. I would probably say Hayden Hackney gets this, but Vicky, what about you?
Well, see, if Middlesbrough don't get promoted, then as good as Hayden Hackney might be, what has he actually contributed this season? Whereas Rushworth has taken us to, like, his contribution has made us a top, like a champ. But I mean, we're still not saying that we actually have done it yet, but feasibly a championship winning team, that's his contribution to that has been immeasurable, hasn't it? So he, for me, he's the player there that has actually, so it had to be a Coventry player. The question is whether it was Rushworth or somebody maybe like Grimes or somebody, but for me, whatever the Cov player is in there, having took us to the top of the league, it's going to be, so for me it'd be Rushworth. I think Rushworth is one of those 4 players that have actually made a meaningful difference to their team season. So I'd give it to him.
And he's not been injured either.
No.
So, Becky, what about you and Alex? What do you think?
He's top of the table for clean sheets, isn't he, Cole Rushworth? So I think alone having the keeper in there that comes top of that table, that's obvious that he's popped in there for that reason. But it's hard because I'm thinking as a Coventry City fan as well, and looking at all our other players that have contributed to our season as well. And when you think about a standalone Coventry player as the player of the season, I couldn't pick it.
Yeah, there's so many.
To have him in there as as our representation for Coventry City, I could argue.
I think for me, it probably will be Hackney. I think to go back to talking about precedents again, I think, was it last season, James? I'm stealing this probably from Benjamin Bloom a bit earlier, but he talks about James Trafford last season and the performance he put in for Burnley. I think it was like 20 clean sheets he had, and he was amazing. I don't think he was it, but it was Hamer last year. So I don't think they'll ever give it to a goalkeeper over an outfield player. So I think it's going to be. I think it will be Hackney, and I personally think they've just put Rushworth in there, as you said, Miles, because we're top of the league. Well, we're going to win the league.
They generally put a keeper in anyway, don't they?
Well, I think there's so many outfield players that probably could have got in. I think Grimes is the one for me that I think probably should have been on that. Nothing against Rushworth, because I think you're right. He has saved us so many times this season, but I think so much of our play has gone through Grimes in the middle of the pitch that I think he deserved to be on that shortlist personally. But yeah, so I think it'll be Hackney. I think that one's actually a lot easier to decide than the manager one.
I suppose the fact that we've had so many players.
Sorry, Vicky.
So I was going to say, I suppose part of the problem, like Becky just said about how many players have contributed this season. A few seasons ago, when it was like Vic and Hamer really carried the team, it was much easier to sort of pick out who's like this season. There's been so many players that have stepped up at different points of the season, which actually probably is doing them all the problem, because they've all sort of like balance each other out, and they're probably doing each other.
Claudio?
Well, they're going to give it to Hayden Hackney. They've absolutely wet themselves over him every time he's on television. They've actually sold. They've done the work for Middlesbrough. They've sold him for 45 million of Sky TV. I think Rushworth should get it for Potnick. I mean, I've seen a bit of him with the live matches. I tend to watch a lot of it, and apart from the goals, he's not an outstanding striker. He's not somebody you're thinking, oh, he's absolutely amazing. They've just gone for the leading goal scorer, haven't they? Basically,
and I think that's a little bit what they've done with Rushworth. Like I say, I think they think we should stick a keeper in there. He's got the most clean sheets. I'm not taking anything away from him, in that, because he's been obviously awesome. But I think that's why he's made that shortlist.
Yeah,
and also the Millwall player for me, Kramer, has had an outstanding season at the back for Millwall. Every time I watch him, I think, could have him in our team. He looks brilliant. He was excellent at the CBS when we played him that game. I mean, I think EMC was out there, or was it Eze? I can't remember. He played out wide. He was being marked by him. He never got a sniff all game. He really struggled. So I'd love it to be Rushworth because of what's happened this season, and to get the two of them would be fantastic. But I think it'll go to Hackney because I think someone's pointed out they put the votes in February, March time. It's ridiculous how early it's done, really. It'll be interesting to see the EFL Championship Team of the Year, because we should have at least 4 players in that team, minimum.
Definitely.
We won't.
Jack, what about you quickly, mate?
I just don't understand what their criteria is, because those 4 players are in for completely different reasons. You've got Rushworth, who's the best goalie, Hackney, who, like Claudia says, has been dribbled about whenever he's on the telly. The Potnick's there just because he's top goal scorer, and Aziz is there because he's a flair player. So there's loads of other people you could argue that could go in this list, and I just think that Hackney's obviously a very good player. He makes Middlesbrough tick. He would make any team tick in this division, and he is deserved probably of the title of it. But there's just loads of other players. I just think, wow, what a season they've had, especially for the club that they're playing for. Look at Windass, Josh Windass, 12 goals, 5 assists, hat-trick of assists against us, and has basically led Wrexham to where they are now. You could even argue Jack Clark of Ipswich, who doesn't play every game, is either coming on or starting, whichever, but it's ended up being Ipswich's top goal scorer. Whittaker is another one for Borough, who started pretty poorly under Edwards, but under Hellberg has been unbelievable. You could even argue, is it Mehmeti that was at Bristol that's moved to Ipswich? He's a fantastic player at this division. You could argue someone like a Hadji Wright. You could argue someone like an Ephron Mason Clark, who's got the same amount of goal contributions as Aziz and Hackney has. So I just don't understand what their metrics are. I really don't.
Milan's another one.
Milan, 8 assists from right back. I think he's the leading assister of defenders. It's just equal with Ryan Giles, having played more games. That's fine, but that's unbelievable from right back. And
Yeah.
pre-assists, if you know, because people talk about pre-assists nowadays. The pre-assists that Milan's provided are brilliant as well. So I don't understand the metric. It will be Hayden Hackney, and like Claudio says, that's his 40 million price tag for whoever he's moving to next year.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with all of you. I just think it's mad that how they pick them, but we have got a player in there, and he could be getting it, but also he could be getting the Golden Glove. I just want to bring this comment up, Vicky. This is for you. Great point, Vicky. Totally agree. You don't have talked some sense, I tell you. You don't have talked some sense. Right then, let's quickly do a few more announcements. Then we do spot the ball and a couple more comments, and we're wrapping it up. We've gone way over. Thank you, Becky and Alex. Hope you're all right. Hope the dog's okay as well. But first of all, end of season party at the Old Shepherd, 2nd of May. Come down 11:30 a.m. onwards, but I won't be there till 7:30 because I'm going to Watford. So there you go. So make sure you come down for the end of season party with myself DJing for you all there. Still 14 tickets left. What is going on? This is ridiculous. I think the app's broke. 23rd of April, down the Stag and Hen, Bishop Street, Coventry, CV1 1HU. Get down there. Free raffle strip, free raffle ticket strip, raffle, well, whatever. Free chip match, free sky blue shot, £2 a ticket. There's 14 tickets left. We've got a special guest at half time, and we've got a special guest at the end as well. So we've got entertainment on for you at half time and after the show as well, down at the Stag and Hen. Come down, it's going to be brilliant. Right then, spot the.
You haven't told them the important thing about the chips. That might sell it if you tell them the important thing about the chips.
Oh, yes. Well done, Vicky. Well reminded. Crinkle cut chips.
The best.
There you go. The best. Who gets your player of the season? Your chance to win next year's home or away shirt. info@skybluefans.tv. Email competition only. We've had record number of entries. Please give it a go. Everyone will get to go on the spin the wheel, and you will have a chance of winning next season's home or away shirt. Right then, spot the ball. Here we go. We had our guesses in. The answer is, drum roll, please. Number 9. Number 9. Someone said number 9, didn't they?
Did you say 9, Claudio?
Claudio did.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah.
You better put him on the spin the wheel, Jack. So number 9.
He's a big enough mug himself. He doesn't need one of ours.
So how many correct answers have we got then, Jack?
We have got 14 correct answers.
Brilliant.
Just spin the wheel up. A lot of people went for 7. I honestly thought when I looked at it, it looked a bit like it could be number 7. But we've got 14 correct answers from what I've seen. I've been trying my best to follow on, but you've all had so many comments. It really is a challenge. So here we go. Winner of Sky Blue Fans TV mug today is Phil Bev Sky Blue. I assume that's a joint YouTube account. So
there
Phil
you go.
Bev
Brilliant.
Sky Blue. If you're watching, email us at the email address going across the top of the screen now, and we'll get you a mug. Chippy Ken will deliver it personally.
Exactly. Right, couple more comments before we go then, and we're going to wrap it up because I think we've covered everything I had down tonight, which is fantastic.
So Gaz Jones says, it's Rushworth all day long. He's the reason we are top of the league and not challenging for playoffs. He is the reason Frank is in for manager of the season. He won us so many points.
Doggy's in this picture.
I still, JH Audit says, I still believe Claudio cost us 2 points.
5 points.
Well, the Wrexham away game, which was just a shocking performance. But wasn't it funny the other night, though, when they're getting battered by Southampton? I enjoyed that. Steve Price, I know we're Cov fans. Oh, no, I've read that one already. How's that come up again? I'll do one more because we're running ridiculously late now.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
When they all pop up, and it's what's going on here?
Oh, the
Tattoo price.
prices.
Oh, the tattoos.
I think Miles said
Yeah, it's
150 for the colour.
Yeah, he's just messaged me. 120 for a colour, £100 for black and grey. There you go. Instinct. Instinct.co.uk.
We'll leave it at this one then. Margaret Andy says, manager of the season has to be Lampard, who's kept City at the top from October. Small squad worked wonders.
Brilliant. We'll
That'll
have
do.
that all day long. We'll have it. Definitely have it. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Becky and Alex and Doggy over there. Have you all enjoyed yourselves?
We have, thank
we
you.
have,
And
thank
if
you,
it was-
guys.
Brilliant.
once.
Well, what we're going to do a special show. We're going to do a special show at the end of the season, and we're going to invite everyone back on to do a 5-minute
amazing.
slot. To do a 5-minute slot to get your views on, your views on the season. We're going to try and do it, slotting people in. It's going to be good. So we'll get you back on for that if that's all right.
No, that sounds brilliant. Thank you.
Excellent.
It'd be 2
Vicky, you
crying.
Hey?
It'll be 2 hours of people crying that show, won't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Vicky, what about you? You enjoyed it, me lovely?
Yeah, good as always. Thanks.
Brilliant. Jack?
Yeah, fantastic.
You could look a little bit more happier, Jack.
We're going to win the league. Come on.
And Claudio?
Yeah,
Oh, what a
remember
day.
the after show? Yeah, starting with The Guardian, finishing with this. The after show, 4:30 on Saturday. Me and Jack will be on to watch we'll be following the Middlesbrough game towards the end of the season. You never know, we may be promoted live on air.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Well, you never know. It could happen. I've got to leave you with this one, actually. Where is Sakamoto in the conversation? We haven't lost many with him in. No, we haven't. And Sakamoto, they are. Have it. Right, that's it then. Thank you very much, everyone. I know we've gone over. We will see you. Well, Jack and Claudia will see you on Saturday. With the rest of us, we'll see you on Sunday. Hopefully, as Premier League.
Premier League.
Oh, Premier League
87
team.
points. Magical 87.
Woohoo! Come on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Take care, everyone. And a big play up,
Yeah.
Sky Blues. I'll see you Saturday in Dillon's if you're coming down. Have a good one. Play up, Sky Blues.
Play up,
Play
Sky
up, Sky
Blues.
Blues.
Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV.